voici elle est là. Licambo. Si ta gote fait des coups bas, changer de momie. Si elle te prend pour un yoma, changer de momie.
Damn. I hate sound issues that I can't understand. Hate that. But hey, it is how it is, you know. Whatever, like, the worst part is when, like, you have sound issues, but you didn't touch anything, and you don't know where it's coming from, but it's there. So, who knows? Welcome to Club Shada, episode number 61. Damn it. Episode 61. Look at that. Look at that. Episode 61. Some parts of the world are quarantined again. Some parts of the world are not. Africa. Some people are enjoying a new president. Some parts of the world are still enjoying their whack president, and some people have a good president, and some people have me, president of Club Shada. That's all I can give you. I hope everybody is good. Everybody's in good spirit. This show is brought to you by Shada Wear. You know, cute stuff to wear. And I hate those Ray-Bans. They have some stuff, like, I don't know. You pay stuff a lot of money and they don't even survive. And yeah, it is what it is. I hope everybody is in a good spirits. I'm in good spirits. I've been resting actually for 3 days. I have a lot of songs to record. I have an album to finish, but I was just like, I need to sleep. You know, doing all the live shows and finishing that late, it kind of takes a toll on you at a point. Like, you cannot do a live show 2 times a week and then wake up super early, because once my daughter is awake to go to school, I just open my eyes myself, and then I usually don't go back to sleep. So yeah, sometimes the next day after the live, I want to edit some videos, and then the next day I want to edit some more, and then I'm like, oh, let me do this beat and let me finish this song, and I have like so many songs to finish with so many collaborations and stuff. And hey, yeah, it is what it is. So sometimes I just take some time to sleep and create new memories, good memories, bad memories, sad moments, good moments, happiness, rage, and this transforms into beautiful music. I don't know what, like, it was strange, this audio thing, and I just cut the live thinking I would go back, but I didn't cut it the right way. I should have just quit the program, but yeah, I had to start a whole new live and erase the old one after putting links everywhere with, oh my god, I have to put links everywhere now. I have to go to Instagram and tell them, hey, remove my story, and crazy, man. Come to the live. We live, bro. Yeah, I have to go and tell people that I'm live. So let me do this quick because everything I did is misleading people to nowhere now. We are live. Club Shada 61. Bam. 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 And also do it on Instagram because now I'm sending everybody in the wrong place, which is not a good idea. Boom. You will excuse me while I'm correcting all the shiznits, huh? Okay, link, boom, bam. That is done. Done. We are live. Kaysha.tv. Swipe up. Anyway, done. Tell me if the sound is okay now. Share. Okay. Interesting. I got a friend of mine, her Instagram is almost porn. And I'm like, but she's my good friend for 20 years. And she's a cool person. She's really a cool person. But sometimes take my phone out and I'm in a meeting and her ass pops out. I should invite her to come to the live and we talk about the business of her business. I'll do a special porn girls. What was missing? Oh, Facebook. Oh my God. Now I have to go to Facebook. All right, let's see. I'm wondering how the sound is. Is it good now? Because that was something strange because first of all, it was in my headphones. I had some crackles. And then when I heard in the iPad, it was like, what's going on with the sound? And I don't know if it's the internet connection, because here it's great now, or if it's just this phone, this new microphone and whatever going on in the computer, because I have two sound cards plugged at the same time. It might be having some issues. The microphone is its own sound card, and then I have the other one. So hey, who knows? So let me remove these from Facebook, delete this post, and then did you delete? And create a new post. We are live right now, baby. Bam! But you know one thing? I love the improvisation of everything. I love the improvisation of this, of solving stuff and having people see things happening as they are happening. This is life. So I like it. There you go. Sorry, I have to go to my second Facebook page now and delete the post as well. Delete. And then post again with a new link. I think that's it. Oh, Twitter. Oh, damn. Boom. Tweet that. Bam, bam. All right. I'm done. I am done. Now I can go to I edited the name of this stream. I had to edit the name of the stream again because it's a new one. So the name was just live stream. And now I can go back and see all your comments and super chats and analytics and 73 people already. Ooh, all right. I guess it's interesting to see me struggle. All right, let's begin for real. Welcome to Club Shada number 61, the end of affection. So, what's in the menu tonight for you? We're in this show brought to you by Shadaware, and starting now, you can, if you have a company and you want to see the price for sponsorship to have your logo right here, just shoot me an email and we can talk about it. I want to talk about the news, of course. U.S. elections. They have a new president, and we have a new president of the free world, and how, in a way, we are not impacted directly as Europeans or Africans, but at the same time, we are indirectly impacted, of course, because it's the empire, and Palpatine has fallen, and let's see who's there now. I want to talk about the end of affection, and it's not what you think. And then I want to have a listening session of all the remixes. All the remixes of my song African Girl with Pachterima. So I hope everybody is in good spirit as I am. What up, my music? Oh, all the people who said hi in the other stream. I'm sorry. Hi in the other stream. Everybody who put a like in the other stream, you have to put a like on this stream again. I see there's way more people than likes. So give me some likes and put some hearts in the comments, so we can start all this full of love. What up, Kate Samba? What up, Joel? How are you, cousin? Hey, Heather. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. What up, Antonio? Lol. There's something about compa that just touches the soul. Yeah. Me, it's the solos. Definitely the solos. And even the way the guitars sound, like there's something about it. It takes you like back to the origins of one of these great Caribbean genres. Hey, Queen Julie, how are you tonight? What up, Isasha? How you doing? How's recovery? Lily, long time. You know, I think about you sometimes every time I listen to that song, and I'm like, I gotta finish that song. But then these free past day I've been super lazy. But I got a few songs that I want to invite you on, so we'll talk about it. Hey, cousin, how are you? Thank you. Loyal subject. Oh, damn. Curfew? Damn. In Portugal as well, they are starting to change the rules. Now, during the week, we have the right to be in the streets and stuff, but at I think 11 p.m. till 5 a.m. nobody can be in the streets. Restaurants and everything, shops and stuff must be closed at 11 p.m. and in the weekends nobody can circulate in the road. You can be at your house, but no cars can be on the road from 1 p.m. till 5 a.m. the next day on the weekends. So yeah, it's like they are like closing slowly because the economy. I think the real problem here is that all these economies will not survive another hard confinement. So especially in Europe, countries like Portugal, this will not work. So yeah, well, that's what I did actually. I've been sleeping. I've been sleeping like all day for 3 days. Yeah. Today you look like you, not the mafioso with the white jacket. I'm not going to answer that. Lil Maro, what up, my brother? How are you, bro? Congratulations on our single. We passed 20,000 streams already in one weekend. So I guess we're fine. I guess we're good. Yeah. What up, Nadia? How are you, sister? Everything is good. I need to know why the sound does this. Maybe I have an idea. I'm gonna do some tests. Yeah, tell him. Right, another one. Wait. There's 9 more missing. Do something, Nadia. Malcolm Beast, what up, bro? 1 song recorded out of 5. I already have the melody for another one, so be ready. Malcolm's, how are your holidays? I see you traveling around Portugal and chilling, huh? Life of the rich beat maker. While everybody's suffering, you here like rolling. DJ T, ¿cómo estás, brother? You good? I'm good. I like that. What up, Sips? How are you? Everything good for you? DJ Galas, what up, my brother? Don't make Emmanuel cry tonight if she comes. Because, I don't know. I think you were so cute that she just melted. What up, Redune? Everything good? Yeah. Nadia might start virtual slapping you guys. How's the import-export business? I have no idea what you're talking about. Listen, and all these people in the street celebrating, I really hope that they are careful, because this is crazy. I'm feeling good, Kaysha. You look amazing once again. You're 25, right? No, I'm 19. I'm about to be 19. I'm 18, but I'm about to be 19 in 22nd of January. I'm almost there. We need a true soul compa from Kaysha. I said it here first. All right, I'll work on it. I will work on it. So listen, guys, like, so how's the situation in like, I would love to have everybody put me in the comments, what is your city or country where you live in, but more your city, and what is the situation? Are you confined? Do you have a curfew? Can you walk around, but they have some limitations? What is the thing? Here in Portugal, the new news since this week, like I told you guys, it's everybody has to be at home. It's not like a rule. It's more a duty, and we have we have to be at home at 11, I think, and on the weekends at 1 p.m. nobody can be in on the road. In the streets, I'm not sure. I think now we all have to wear a mask even outside, and restaurants have to close at 10:30 in the evenings and 1 p.m. on the weekends. So they are slowly like in Portugal, but yeah, listen, everybody can still walk around their neighborhood. My neighborhood is actually, I have everything in the neighborhood. So me, I don't mind not leaving my neighborhood. I have restaurants. I was actually outside eating, and then I just came back. So it still feels different from last time. I really like I just said, I really feel that they are trying to not completely kill their economies. I was talking to my best friend in France, and she was telling me that it's just, yeah, it's like even if you want to go out, everything is closed anyway, and it's special. Like the world is in a very special place. So yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you how do you how is it in yours? ATL, no confinement up in here. You guys are celebrating, huh? I'm about to go out tonight. You part of those guys who want to act like the shit don't exist anymore. Me, I'm not going out nowhere. I'm like, I don't need to see people. Actually, when people, I have a friend who came from Paris yesterday. So when he called me, I was like, what are you doing here? Oh no, I was like, oh, you and your virus, stay there. But yeah, we went to get a drink at the hotel in front of my house. It was cool. We're listening to some jazz music, and but yeah, he was telling me that everybody in France that can leave France, yeah, that's what they try to do. But now to leave, you have to get tested anyway. So, but I don't know why. I understand we talked about it, but I'm the type of person, like, I understand the danger out there. For me, because I've been through the shit, but for other people as well, when you are transmitting. And yeah, I prefer staying at home. Like, even if it's gonna be a whole year at home, it is what it is, Even in chaos, you need some joys to boost your energy to face adversity. I agree. Yeah. I think for a bunch of artists, and there's a lot of artists, they would love to have just one show. Like, of course, to have something to pay the rent, but also just to have the joy of connecting with the people who love your music. It's because everything is becoming completely immaterial, and yeah, this is Est-ce que j'habite toujours à Cayenne? Non, plus depuis 20 ans au moins. In Cape Town, South Africa, we are on stage 1. Everything is pretty much open. The international flight, I guess, opened last month. Cape Town is great. My show in Cape Town was crazy. Damn, that was a great show. I was actually in Kinshasa with the owner of that club. Cool guy. Yeah, me too. Like, to me, the little joys now is just, yeah, going to the hotel near my house and just having a cocktail and listening to jazz music and little lounge music, and that's it. Yep, exactly. Here in Rotterdam, it's the worst. They closed the restaurants again, and museums, cinemas. A lot of the business went bankrupt. Yep. The government thinking about a lockdown, but they're not sure yet. Yeah, it's more or less like France. But yeah, it's like you say, like, what do you choose? People dying, or the economy dying? It's like, it's not even like if you have a great choice between both. Like, it's complicated, and nobody wants to be like, if you want to tell the young people, yeah, you can stay out, but everybody over 45, you stay home, then people will complain anyway. Yeah, it would be hard to be a leader right now, because it's so hard to take decisions, because it's not like if it's a disease that we know. So yeah, I know the club across the street is open. All right. London, we are under lockdown again. Only essential businesses are open in schools. Phew. Quarantine, and I'm sure it's about to stay like that the whole month of December. They use a strategy of fear here. They lied and they are clowns acting like professional. We need a revolution. Good luck with that. Yeah, France is special. It's special right now, and they're lucky the next elections is only in 2 years in France, because right now it would be. There needs to be a balance between remaining sane and also be safe. These folks are just out there cheating and exposed. Nah, son, and done with all that. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. In France, you go out to work, take the children to school or shopping food. All this with attestation. If not, you pay a fine. Yeah. Well, here too, I guess. But you can still, you can walk around in the neighborhood, but you have to stay in your own neighborhood. You cannot leave the other neighborhoods. And yeah. Because I'm in a neighborhood that has all the stores, all the movies, shopping, etc. I'm in front of the sea, the water, the river. I guess it's not that hard to stay here. COVID should have taught us to appreciate the moments in life and to manage our finances. Trust me, some people are learning right now. Some people are really learning. But yeah, I do agree with what you're saying. That's crazy. Well, when you think about it in politics, he's a kid. And I think he was too young. I think it was the mistake of the population and the media to instill that, let's remove all the old politicians and let's bring a new generation of young people that all come from civil society and that understand because they are inside and etc. And all those people are learning today that politics is a real job. It's a real ass job. And it's not just because you're young, you're not going to find all the solutions, because you have to understand that you are dealing with people, and 64 millions of people when I talk about France. And that's 64 million of different opinions. And I think at 39, he arrived there thinking that, I can do it. I'm easy. And he realizes that everything you change in one place, you angry a bunch of people. And if you don't change it, you angry another bunch of people. And it's super complicated. And I really believe that you can start doing politics when you are 20, but to become the president of a country, you need to have been in politics at least 20 years, in my opinion. And you have to have learned to handle groups, to be a leader for a bunch of other politicians. And when you become a president at 39, it's amazing to see and etc. But then, what we didn't know, because we didn't try, of course. But this idea of removing everybody that was already there, and they know how to do politics and run a country. You don't remove everybody and you put a bunch of new people who never did it, and thinking that, they will know how to drive. They will do a lot of accident, and that's what's happening. I think they are learning. And listen, if I was 39 and I was a president of a country, a great country like France, but then soon as I start, I have like the same media who really like did my promo. Soon as I'm a president, after 2 weeks they're against me. Now I have like the Benalla affair, then I have the yellow vest for a whole year, then I have strikes for a month, then I have coronavirus. Hey, I don't even know if I'm trying to be reelected after that, because I'm like, yo, like, what kind of bad luck is that? I have everything and now I have Turkish and stuff. Yo. So, I mean, I'm seeing the mistakes that they're doing. But I just believe it's because they are beginners and they were not ready for this. I think that people who, even our president from before, François Hollande, because he's been in politics all his life, I think he would have known how to talk to the people. He would have known how to reassure the people. He would have told people how to, and at the same time, it's not the easiest of the people, the French. Like, we kind of not want to listen to the government, and we kind of want to do what we want, and we want something, and we want the opposite at the same time. And look, here in Portugal, before they announced the measures, the first time there was a quarantine, the president just took his phone and filmed himself from home, and he said, listen, we need to do something to circumvent it. We need to stay at home. So please, I'm going to stay in my house, and I hope everybody will do the same thing. I know it's a sacrifice I'm asking, etc., etc. And most of the people, they just stay home. And we have 10% the cases that we have in France. There must be some difference in the genetics. I don't know what's going on here, but the people, they respect their governments here. And I think these difference also changes something, because I remember when in June and July, the French people, after the quarantine, everybody was in the streets. Everybody was in the streets, not wearing any masks and dancing on top of each other, going in all these streets with bars and yeah, like if there was a party and there was a vaccine and everybody was sprinkled with a, don't worry, nobody's gonna get sick. So there's this thing where at the same time everybody's criticizing this government, but at the same time nobody is doing their part. A lot of people, because there's no clubs, they transform their restaurants into clubs outside with music, and all the young and the people, and they're like, this is our way of life. And I see a bunch of people doing parties, where here in Portugal, I have a friend who does parties. But his parties, you have to stay in your seat, and the police is there. They're not dressed as police, but he tells me where they are, and they are just making sure that people are not running around, kissing each other, going on the dance floor. So he removed the dance floor, and everybody is sitting at their tables, and everybody is trying to enjoy, have fun. When they dance at their table, and they're not moving around. And the capacity is only like, instead of 500 people it has normally, it has 100 people. And yes, he's making less money. Yes, everybody is suffering, but everybody is also respecting his job and the fact that he's doing parties, and that they know that if they start acting up stupidly, then there will be no party at all. So, and I've really, when I see all the parties that I see in France, everybody's like, tell people, hey, you have to confine what they do. They decide to do parties in their houses, It means like, they have the spirit of the revolution that is in them, that they don't want to let go and be like, let me just stay home and watch TV. And listen, I don't want to be the rabat-joie, but at a point, it's not like if this virus doesn't exist. And look at all the Trump brothers, Boris and the other one, Bolsonaro, does the same thing. They are in part responsible for a lot of the death because they are not handling, and they are saying, we don't care. And look at the number of deaths that they have. And yeah, it's, as I say, it's a super, super, super complicated situation. It is. Listen, it is. I don't believe that anybody can say that they haven't been slapped in the face by 2020. We lost another person yesterday, like a great girl. Her name was Alicia, and she was from Mozambique, and car accident in Zimbabwe. Horrible. And yeah, like it's like 2020. Like me, I'm like every day I wake up now and I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen? Like every week there's something. It's crazy. Tell them, watch them, show them. What up, Joanne? Thanks a lot. What up, Bruno? The problem Macron is acting very bad. His biggest dream was to be an actor, and his biggest role of this comedy. It sounds like it. Yeah, it's true. I believe that my biggest critic of him is the way him and his team are treating everybody with the communication angle, when at a point I believe that what people are asking is just that you be honest about this is what's going on. So when this started in France, normally there's a war stock of masks in case of a pandemic of 1 billion masks, and or even more. I think 1 billion or 10 billion. I don't remember. And for whatever reason, the government before, they just decided to destock all those masks, give them to other countries, etc., because they were like, hey, nobody's using it, and yeah, there's never been a pandemic, whatever. So when in January, when things are starting to heat up, they realized that, yeah, we only have 100 million masks and we need 1 billion. And or maybe there was only 10 million and we need 100 million. I don't remember the numbers. But instead of saying to the people, listen, we check the inventory of masks, and there's not enough masks. We are really missing a bunch of masks. So we're gonna sign a decree, executive order, so that every company that is into textile, you have to build this. You have to create, manufacture masks all around the country. And while we are diverting every medical mask to the doctors who need it and the hospitals, all the population are gonna have to wear normal ones until we build the stock. And if the journalist says, and why there's not enough masks, what happened? You say, we're trying to find out. Actually, we just arrived. It was the government before us. Instead of telling the truth, they came up with well, you don't need to wear a mask. The fuck is wrong with these people? And yeah, it's because they are seeing everything in the angle of communication. and what will people think, and and they're acting like people are babies. I mean, they are at a point sometimes, but yeah, they're not helping themselves. They are shooting themselves in the foot a lot. Manu. La France a surestimé l'ancien politique croyant Macron justement parce qu'il est un homme d'affaires. Et gérer les peuples, c'est pas comme gérer des comptes en banque. Mais il apprend parce que voilà, il a 40 ans, il est jeune. I don't believe in him anymore, and I really think a second quarantine where people can go shopping and stay at home is a big joke and un aveu d'échec. Complicated. I'm telling you, it's complicated. It's not that French people should make a revolution, not when everything will be back to normal and go on strike like they love to do for all these years. I think people are tired and mentally they are trying to kill us. I do agree that people are tired, but it's not easy. It's not easy. And if you want to do a revolution now, just like the Yellow Vest did, the problem is now you're gonna contaminate each other. So, yeah. I'd rather become poor and stay alive than to be rich and die because of COVID. Yep. We had an earthquake this morning. My God. Damn. What else you need? What up, Emmanuel? How are you, sister? Listen, this whole thing is complicated all around the world, and I'm gonna tell you something I read somewhere and that I really believe. This pandemic has shown the world, has unveiled to the world who is a real leader and who's an actor. You see what I mean? Who's a real one and who's just not ready for whatever job they have. All right, sister, I'm sending you something very soon. This situation is showing. Everybody leave a heart for Lily in the comments, please. And everybody remind me to finish my song with her, because I need to do at least 3 songs with her in 2021. So I have to start now. Anyway, this pandemic is showing the world who is a real leader and who is not. Who is ready and has a thick skin and who's ready to take the real decisions and who's not. It's also showing that Europe is a great idea, but it's not working, because normally it should have been not all the countries barricading themselves and closing their borders. It should have been all the countries saying, hey, how many beds you have, how many, and transferring the sick people from one country to another to help fluidify the hospitals. And that's when you see that, yeah, listen, when Italy and Spain, but especially Italy, was the only country where the cases went up drastically, and the hospital were so full of people that they didn't even have enough space, and they would rather let people die and take the younger people, etc. If Europe was a functioning idea, they should have told Italy, hey, put everybody that is sick in the cities where you don't have enough space for the hospitals, put them in trains, put them in special planes that we're gonna prepare and send them to France, send them to Belgium, send them to Estonia, send them to Denmark, send them everywhere, and we treat them. And like, yeah, we don't have that many cases here, so we're gonna work on these people, and hopefully they will get better, and at least you can, and because you have this huge territory, and then everybody's like, oh no, I don't want your sick people. Oh no, I don't want your immigrants. Oh no, I don't want you this. Oh no, I don't want you that. And this is what COVID is showing. It also shows like, yeah, who was ready for who had business plans and second business plan and third options, who was ready to survive these kind of situations. And stage one, yeah, you've seen in the artist world that a lot of people, yeah, they were just going from show to show, and then they didn't have a plan. And you had others that were like, well, no shows, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do live shows, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna try to have my 200 or 300 fans send me money and give them something in return, and find other options on how to generate new economies, and use the internet, use Zoom, use this thing. There's a lot of yoga teachers, kizomba teachers, salsa dance teachers, gym classes, and etc. Zumba teachers that they quickly turned their business into something else because they were not into the complaining and the, oh, what are we gonna do, and looking for governments that had no idea themselves what to do, and looking for these people for ideas. They just were like, okay, this is not, let's go like this. And a lot of people that I know, a lot were in one case and a lot were in other cases. A lot of them, they already were doing online classes, but it was not their main business. And all of a sudden they start doing online classes as their businesses. Some people use Instagram, for example. I was talking to a friend of mine who has 2 daughters, and he was telling me that the hip hop class of his daughter, he had to, normally he pays $25 per month, and the teacher said, so you're gonna pay me $15 per month, and the whole class will be on Instagram, and it will be alive, but my Instagram is private, so only the people who pay will be able to be added as a friend, so they can be part of the live stream. And there you go. All the parents gave the teacher 15. I don't know how many people that is, and all the kids watch they do their hip hop class from Instagram Live. And the kids are, I think the daughter is 8, I think, and the other one is 5, and they were super happy. And yeah, he put on a telephone. It's not the ideal situation, but the kids were happy, and yeah, the teacher was making her money. This is what I call improvising and doing something. If I was friends with the teacher, I would tell her, forget about Instagram. If I was you, I would do the same thing where people pay you that way. It's perfect, but I would do it on Facebook Live, because then people can put it on the laptop and you have a bigger screen, or do it on YouTube using the memberships and stuff. That's what I would have tell people. Okay, but that's phase one. Phase one, you see what people have done, and you see what people didn't do, and you see how the opportunities that have been missed. But now we're at phase two. In phase two, normally you've seen all the opportunities that you've missed in phase one. And normally you are ready now. If you learned something, you are ready. But a lot of people, they just went out of quarantine thinking, okay, it's finally over. Oh my God. But nobody told you there's a vaccine. Nobody tell you now we found a molecule and a medicine that works or whatever, and we're building. No, nobody told you how we know how to cure it now. Nobody said that. So how you come out of quarantine thinking there will be no quarantine ever again when you don't know? Then when the winter arrives again, boom, cases go back up. Governments start panicking, and they're like, "Oh my God, no! I don't want to be the one with the most cases. I don't want to be the one with all the dead people, etc., etc." And what happens is that they start closing, and they start seeing the cases are still going up, and people are more resistant to being locked again, and then. And if you already know how to make money from phase 1, on phase 2, you're good. You can even do your online classes instead of having 20 kids in a room, because the room is a small room. You can have 100 kids. All you have to do is make sure who paid for this month and who you accept in the thing. And in the next month, you just check who paid, who didn't pay, and you remove or add people. Easy. And then maybe you can do this on YouTube, or you can do this on special format. There's so many ways that you can do it. And on phase 1, I was seeing a lot of people going to sing on YouTube, on Instagram Live, not making any money. And on phase 2, I see them again doing the same thing. So I'm like, well, listen, if nobody wants to learn nothing, I don't know what to do with you. Me, all I know is that everything that I learned in the first quarantine and all the ways that I found to continue to be mentally healthy, to keep making money, and to invest in different venues, I'm gonna do even more. Some stuff I didn't catch the opportunities at the right time. But one thing is sure, on this one, I'm thinking, okay, this is what happened the last time. Like I said last time, I invest in a lot of companies. There's a company that I didn't invest in. That was Zoom. And Zoom went up like this because everybody started using Zoom. And now we're about to start quarantine number 2. If I don't invest in Zoom, I'm stupid, because it's going to go up even more because of what happened. And this is what I call learning from your mistakes, or learning from experience. The first time, nobody had experience, so nobody knew what to do. Today, come on. Like, everybody's been here, so we all been here before. So let's see, let's try to make the best out of it as much as we can, This virus is giving all the leaders a lesson of leadership and management for real. Listen. And it's showing you that some of these people that have been elected and that they started this whole populist far-right movement led by Trump, it is showing that those people, they're not ready for this kind of operation, of moment. They're not ready for the real leadership, The situation shows that all the states are becoming enterprises and are not for citizens. They've been becoming that forever. it's 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 an interesting situation. So oh, let me see something. So um, when I see I guess everybody has seen, because it's funny that when you think about when you think about the U.S. elections, it's funny how the whole world is acting like if it was their own. In my opinion, people who are performing for Instagram, they may be ignorant or desperate, or both. It's super interesting how with what's going on in with the U.S. elections, you feel like it feels like it really feels like it was the election of like the president of the world, like. And I understand in a way. For me, I don't believe that this is something that is affecting me directly, but of course, because the U.S. Empire have been had its octopus arms all around the world, and there's kind of a stability of the world order. And of course, when Trump got to office, one of the first thing he did was like, yo, you know what, fuck the world, let me just take care of us. And it took a long time for some Americans, and not all of them, to really realize that this guy's not really working for them, he's really working for himself, and he has a cult of personality. And yeah, like he was slowly becoming like a tyrant in the way that he didn't act like a president. But I have to give it to him. Like 70 million votes it doesn't mean that you are nobody. It really means that whatever you have been doing and your rhetoric is working on a lot of these people. And it's not just angry, racist, stupid people. There's a lot of people who are intelligent, and they believe, and they have a reason to vote. And if you are an American, you have to respect that. Or if you into democracy, you have to respect that. But when I heard yesterday the speeches of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, I kind of felt like, okay, like if America is like a beacon of the world, of leadership, of people that are leading not only because they are the most powerful, but also because they show the example, and a lot of the things that come from the US then come to us. And I gotta say that what I felt after listening to them speak was like, okay, they really want to restore the posture of what it is to be a president, and I think it's great. They want to go back to the accords of the agreements of Paris for climate. They want to go back to the Iranian deal. This is good too, and I believe that they understand what is America for the world, and that the fact that America decided at a point to not be in this role that they decided to be in the first place. I feel like the fact that they removed themselves has completely destabilized the world, and And of course, there's some new powers that are trying to take control of the world, because what people tend to forget is that there's only one world with one set of resources, and everybody wants to put their hands on it. And everybody wants to be rich, and everybody wants the poor to stay poor so that they can be rich. And I believe that as somebody who was born in Congo, lived in Ivory Coast, changed nationality 4 times, has French nationality currently, but lives in Portugal, and is not impacted directly by this election. As a citizen of the world, I believe this is, like the beacon is starting to light up a bit. And you might not like Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or whatever, for whatever reasons or whatever they say or did in the past. I'm not a person of the past. I'm a person of the now and the future. That's how I felt. But that's just how I felt. This doesn't mean that, let's see what they do. And I like the fact that in contrary to 4 years of somebody who wants to divide the country because he knows to divide and conquer, Joe Biden wants to be the president of all Americans. And I believe that this is good for Americans to start to agree to disagree sometime, but to remember that what makes the American dream and makes a lot of people want to dream of being Americans when they are kids is the fact that, it's one country and a lot of different people that are one. And he really felt for the last 4 years that it was 2 different countries with a bunch of people on one side and a bunch of people on the other side hating each other, and somebody just putting fire in the oil. So let's see. Let's see where this takes them, right? I have a scoop about the U.S. election. Tell us. It is indeed. Whoever you love is feeling love. Yep, but at least he didn't make any war or didn't destroy any other country beside themselves. Well, the thing is, he didn't do any war because he didn't care about the rest of the world, not because he wanted to spare the world. So, but I mean, that's true. He didn't. I completely agree. And but at the same time, if you decide to be the police of the world for all these years, and now you're like, handle it yourselves. You're not gonna do wars because you don't care, because you're like, that's shit countries. I don't care. Fuck them. And that's why he didn't do any wars, not because he was not interested about outside. It was like, no, me, America first, and America only, actually. And even the allies, the French and the others, they didn't care. So, but is this how you, I don't know if this is how you rule the biggest country in the world. Because look now, Africa now went out of the Occidental influence and is now completely influenced by the Chinese. How did this happen? Because these guys dropped the ball. And everything they were doing in Africa, they just stopped. So, except of course drilling and taking our minerals. But I really believe that it's not, even if I give him that credit, I don't give him that credit as if it's something that he really did in kind of no, I want to respect the other countries and respect their, you see what I mean? But every other, as you said, that's true. It's an imperialist country. That's what they do. The Occidental world and the Occidental civilization believes that they are the right ones. They have the right God, they have the right languages, they have, and because they won the wars and stuff, they are kind of see themselves as the leaders of the free world, and they are the good ones, and everybody else that don't agree with them are the bad ones. That's how they see it, and that's how they propagandize it with the channels that the media network they build all around the world with CNN, RFI, and all these. So they are trying to stay that. And for that, yeah, when you have all the money, but the resources are in the poor countries, that's what you do. You invade them because you want the resources. Simple. Because if you don't have the resources, yeah. Accident. So yeah, it's geopolitics is once you understand geopolitics and you understand that because there's one planet, every action you do has an impact on everybody, and especially if you have to spend X amount for your country to stay rich and the people who elect you to be rich so that you can be re-elected, you need to go find these resources. And if they are not in your country, you will use freedom and democracy and stuff to be able to do deals that work for you. And for all these people who have been colonizers and masters of the world for all these centuries, it is hard to read their history books and say like, yeah, we were kings, we were we were rulers of the world, and etc. And now, having all these countries wanting to be independent, it's in their point of view, not mine, but in their point of view, it's like, you see what I mean? In their countries, they want to go back to this, or they want to stay there. They want to stay there. The idea that the Muslims could rule the world one day is a nightmare for them. The idea that the Chinese would be in the 70s a country where half of the people were dying from hunger, to now being the number one country in terms of economics, or number two, and closing in to become the number one country. And having the 5G networks and stuff, it makes them crazy. They're like, no, we cannot let this happen. Adriano, welcome to Club Shada. And it makes them, they go crazy. So it's in their point of view. And if you take the point of view of the Russians, for example, Putin, who was a KGB agent when the wall of Berlin fell, he has a trauma, because for him, he was part of the big USSR empire and all their communist countries, and all of a sudden, you've seen the whole empire being imploding and becoming Slovenia, Ukraine, all these small countries, and the USSR became just Russia. And for him, and for a lot of Russians that think like him, it's a trauma. And in their head, they're all like, yo, we have to become kings again. That's how they feel. And that's exactly how some kingdoms, like people in Turkey or in the Arab world and the Muslim world, they're like, yo, back in the days, like, there was no Catholics everywhere. We had like caliphates everywhere. And like, they want to go back to being number one as well. And the Africans, listen, we were the first kings back then. And a lot of us are like, we want to be the kings again. But then, they play you Wakanda and you all do this, and you forget that, this all the money you spending there is going to the empire. But it's another it's another subject, but it is complicated. It's not just a subject that is just black and white. I disagree with anybody who's just coming with it's like this, it's like that. It's way more subtle, and maybe because my father is a politician, I understand the subtleties, because I see how sometimes you have to walk in hand with your enemies, and because sometimes you have to you have to have things done, and you have to understand that at a point. All these wars that are fought all around the world, the same people who go against it and say etc., sometimes they sell the weapons to both sides, because they are the ones who build the weapons. So I think if I was an African leader, I would really look at all this, learn from all this, and say, okay, I'm gonna build. I would say, hey, listen, I'm not for democracy, because we're not there yet as a people, and we need a leader that will conduct us to where we need to be. And of course, those other people will start calling me a dictator very fast, but I'm gonna ask you to elect me for my whole life, because I'm gonna devote my life in creating a generation of Africans that are what we need to be to defend ourselves from outside. And then, I would be like, hey, listen, all these democracies and stuff, it's not our thing. We are kings, we are tribes, we are this, we are that. And I don't know why they want to transform us into what they are when it doesn't even work for them. So here's what we're gonna do. Elect me for life, and first thing I do is I decide that now school is like this is that, unity is like this, borders have to be protected, and start making sure that I'm creating everything so that first of all, we're gonna start building our own technology, our own weapons for our own protection. We're gonna start like creating looking at China, how they are, why they have their own internet, why is it closed, what does it change, and what can we learn from that? People say, oh, they're doing this because their people are not free, etc. But at the same time, all the bad information and all the propaganda that comes from the Western world, it doesn't arrive there. And it's not to say that out there is great and whatever they're doing is good, but I've seen a lot of people that were supposedly great people, and all of a sudden I've seen when there's an election coming, I've seen people from one day to another, all the French media, all the American media, all of a sudden they just change the narrative on you, just because they don't want you to become the leader of your own country. And all of a sudden they start calling you dictator, they start telling you, oh, he has blood in his hand, he did that, and all of a sudden they find stuff. All of a sudden there's something that leaks with documents tying you to whatever and talking about your fortune, and all of a sudden they decide to block your money that you have in their banks because they want to protect your people. Wait a minute. So can I protect your people as well from my country? Because your game doesn't make sense. The rules, you have rules for us that you don't apply to you. And this is where you really have to start thinking about how everything is made for you to not become what you can become, because then you become competition. because again, you have to see it from the vantage point that there's only one world. And if there's only one world with resources that are in different places, there's a real reason why countries with resources are poor. And a lot of people will say, oh, it's because the leaders are corrupt. By who? And they say the leaders are corrupt because that's what they see on TV over and over again since they were born. And if you sit with the leaders, you will tell them, yeah, why don't you do this? And they will tell you, well, because the Americans or the French or the Belgian told me that if I do this way to make my people rich, they will fund and arm the opposition and the rebels. And so, yeah, they hold me by the balls. And yeah, what am I gonna do? And yeah, like my own bodyguard can be paid one day and just shoot me. So it is a brainwashing that you have to learn to work on and to completely overchange, but it takes forever. This is why you need to be president for a long time, so that you can create a generation that does like the Americans do, like the French do. Yeah, Africa first, or Congo first, or whatever your country is first. And then you do relationships with the others from eye to eye, and not from, oh, please help me, please fund this, please, etc. Because then, yeah, they always have you, in their hand. What you gonna do? If African are united and the leaders woke up, the Western countries would be done. Yeah. But some of them united and they got killed. Yeah. The voice of corruption will always be there. We have good leaders, but the only problem, they're all traitors. Thing is, you can be all the good leader of the world you want, but it is a world that is where the people who rule the world don't want you to be more than you are. Now, it doesn't mean that you cannot do better, because I hate just saying that it's the fault of the other people outside. But there's also it's also a world where some people will not let you become more than what you're going to be. And at the same time, it is also the role of us as people to also be better. You see what I mean? You're going to also have to be better people, and to be able to start acting in a certain way as people. And it's hard. That's why you elect leaders to steer you in the right directions. You see what I mean? And a lot of these leaders, when they try to do things the right way, or what they believe is the right way, they realize that everybody that they give orders to, they are corruptible as well. And if you find a group of 10 people to do your government who are impossible to corrupt, they're all gonna have 10 people working for them. So that's 100 people that you have to make sure they're not corruptible. And these 100 people gonna have each 10 people, so that's 1,000 people that cannot be corrupted. So for that, you have to pay them right. You have to change the whole system so that everybody is paid a certain amount, and that it's okay for them, it's enough for them. But then you are in countries where people love money. People love money. People want to have big houses. People want to have a great life. People want to have a chauffeur and 3 maids and 4 wives and stuff. This is also something that we have inside of us because of tribal stuff and whatever. And this is where I say that the Occidental way of doing politics might not be compatible with the way our people think, because it's not the same people. It's not Greeks, it's not French, it's not Belgium. And look at them. All of them have different political structures, but they want us to have the political structures that are imported from France. And then they say, we are a democracy, so we can send you money via the IMF. And I believe that at a point we have to start asking ourselves, okay, what do we want to do? Who do we want to be, and how? And try to not just talk to our leaders and when we talk about corruption, but ask about the people who are sending the money, the people who are corrupting them, the people who are being corrupted as well. It's important. But then you have to look at every step, because if you want to change everything, you can change president as much as you want. You can change a government. It's not going to change everything if people are not educated in the idea that their countries are the best place to be. If people are not educated in loving their country so much that they keep it clean, if people are not educated in investing, in putting their money in banks, a lot of people are still working with money in their pockets, and they don't have banks account. There's a lot of people who are not. We call them the unbanked, I think. And all these people, they used to having and they don't even use their own money. They use dollars, and they do a work, they get some money, they use that money to buy some food, they go eat, and then that's the cycle. And all these people don't have bank accounts. And if we started teaching all these people to have everybody has a mobile, even if it's a simple one, that they have an app that they can start using cryptocurrencies. First of all, crypto or whatever digital money, it would create, first of all these paper that is dirty and that is touched by all these people with all these germs, is spreading germs all around the city. The moment that you become a digital currency society, at least to just do all the transaction, if people start learning that this works and they can turn that money into whatever they want to buy, and they start using it, then you have all the germs that is spread by the money that disappear. Then the people can stop using the dollar in their countries, which is a way to always be to have your balls squeezed by the US, because you are using a currency that they control. And so they define your value with their money. And all these small things is the key is education. You have to educate the kids. You have to start telling the kids that they are in the right place. You have to, and for that, you have to understand that the propaganda machine that has been going on for 70 years, where everybody wants to go to Europe because they believe that this is where salvation is. And when they arrive there, if they arrive and don't die in the sea, they are treated like animals. And they are wondering, hey, why am I here? And why did they send me here? I thought this was amazing here. I thought Batman and Superman lived here. I thought, you know what I mean? And even if I like to play on Wakanda, because it's not of our doing. I still believe that it's amazing to have a movie that paints Africa in a different way and make a lot of Africans. But it's more made for Americans, but at least it made us feel proud. Everybody came to the movie. Everybody was dressed with African prints and stuff. But when everybody came out of the movie, we were all proud. It is true. Everybody felt like, yeah, Wakanda, etc. Everybody was, and it gave Africans, and I have to commend Disney for that. It gave Africans a sentiment of self that was important, but it's not enough. It is also up to us to understand that as long as we're gonna turn on our TV and we're gonna watch European movies, American movies, because they have more money, they have more, etc., etc. It's gonna continue this thing where people believe that living outside of our countries is better, and people going and we lose our brains, we lose the intelligence to Europe. And if people start teaching the people who are at home that, why don't you just go in another country in Africa? Why don't we build roads between ourselves? Why don't we start? You have a whole continent. You could just do business between yourselves, and things would be different. And you can start building your own phone companies, your own car companies, your own etc., etc., and have your scientists and all these things. I think it's important. I'm not saying it's not done, because there's a Silicon Valley in Kenya. There's a lot of things that are starting to be done in Africa, but we are at the infancy of that. And I really believe that if people start, if we start having leaders who start thinking like this, it will create something. And if we stop looking at leaders for the answers, looking at leaders to do the job for us, and we start just by doing one thing. When you are on the road, start comporting yourself. When you are in the street, stop throwing stuff everywhere, so that your country your cities are not dirty. All this has to be, it's the people. It's not the government. The government is not out there throwing things on the streets. It's us. It's the people. I mean, it's not me, but it's the people. And all this comes from education. If people understand that every little action is every little action is changing the fate of your country, and you're also part of the whole movement, and you're also part of wanting to be better, wanting to educate yourself, especially now that everybody has the internet and everybody has access to the information, then things can start to change in maybe 1 or 2 generations. I was in an interview in Congo, and they asked me, why don't you produce artists in Kinshasa? And I was telling them, because I don't live in Kinshasa. Yeah, but you are there in Europe, you should. I said, hey, listen, we're struggling in Europe. It's hard. We pay taxes, we pay rents that are awful, big rents for small houses, and we don't feel at home. And we're struggling out there, and there's no market like this. We invest money to make money as well. And then I told them, you have to stop having la politique de la main tendue. You have to stop just thinking that because I'm in Europe, I have to come save you. Because all this is part of the problem. I'm not in Europe because I wanted to. I'm in Europe because my father worked there, and I grew up there. But it was not my choice. I was a kid. And my daughter is not in Europe because she chose to. She's Portuguese and she's French and Portuguese because she was born here. And so her first language is going to be Portuguese because she's going to grow up in Portuguese school. And then if somebody in Congo and Guinea-Bissau tell her, hey, why don't you save us? She's going to be like, why should I? What can I do to help? But I don't have to save you. And I was like, you guys have to build I was not talking about politics. I was talking about how you call this? The private sector. I was telling them, you have to build clubs. You have to build places when artists can perform, private ones. You have to build arenas where big artists can come and perform. You have to create this whole market so that the artists can thrive in their own country instead of thinking that the only place where they can exist is outside. And you have to find a way to, back then it was still CD, but you have to find a way to have a place where the CDs can be built and the CDs can be sold as well, so that the people can come and buy the CDs, so that then you create an economy that is inside, and that economy can then, you can have artists that become so big that when they go outside, they fill up stadiums as well, and not thinking that everything has to be done from outside of your country. And I was giving them examples like what Nigeria has been doing, not today that you guys are seeing the results, but what they were doing like 10, 15 years ago with artists like P Square, or with and others, in how they were becoming rich as artists from their own countries, from their internal market. And this also is something where a lot of people, they complain about stuff, but then when you come as somebody from outside like me, you realize that there's no infrastructure, there's nothing there that is done. People just want to sing, and there's nobody who wants to be a manager, there's nobody who wants to be a promoter, there's nobody who wants to create the places, good conditions where so things can happen. Nobody wants to create like quality television, nobody wants to create quality programs, etc., 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 etc. And that was, of course, 20 years ago. Today I see things changing, and people are starting to see the opportunity that are there, and are starting to work for these opportunities. But you see what I mean? I lost myself talking. I don't know where I was. Did it twing? Did it twing? Did it twing? Oh, you guys are talking between yourself. Cool. Even after all we have learned about how small we are in the scale of the universe, we still continue our petty conflicts. Preach! Exactly. The world don't like good people. All those good folks wanted to do great things, and the people were all killed for sure. Listen, the question is not if you are a good person. The question is, are you dangerous to the people who are here exploiting the situation? Point. Once you understand that, you forget about the story of the good people. Listen, when I arrived to Section Zouk, when I started working at Section Zouk Records, I already had 2 albums out. I was already the #1 artist in Martinique, Guadeloupe, Guyane. Nobody sold as many records as me other than Kassav. So, being an African, nobody knew I was from Congo. So, yeah, everybody was proud. Oh my God, yeah, Bounce Baby. Everybody was going crazy about my music, and my music was selling like crazy. Then I started working with Section Zouk, and when I arrived, I saw everything that needed to be done. The CD covers were all horrible. I was seeing women and guys selling 50,000 CDs and having horrible, horrible, horrible CD covers. It was horrible. I was seeing people doing albums where they do like one or two good songs for the radio, and then in one day they do 8 horrible songs, and they didn't care. And I was seeing albums with like 8 songs, and they didn't care, because as long as you had 1 or 2 hits, you could sell your CDs. And when I arrived, the first project I did was It's a Love by me and Still in Love by Sumia. And you would see directly how we changed the Zouk business with Sushi Raw, when first of all, our covers, the quality of our covers, we would spend 1,000 euros just on the photo for the cover, styling, photograph, lights, etc. It was nobody what else was doing that when we arrived. And then we start changing the quality of the music. We were listening to everything that was done. We were like, okay, it's okay, but hey, we're gonna put some Zouk in there, we're gonna put some Kizomba in there, we're gonna put some Zouk R&B in there, we're gonna put some Kompa in there, we're gonna put some Troubadour in there, we're gonna put a little, sprinkle it with some R&B and some hip hop, we're gonna do some Afro in there, and we're gonna do albums that are 20 songs, 22 songs, not those albums with 8 songs. And we're gonna give people a level of quality at the same price. And when my album came out and Sumia's album came out, everybody was, wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. And we thought we are the good people, because we are upping the quality, we are giving people great music, and we are actually giving this culture that we grew up with. We are giving this culture some great product, and everybody should love us, right? And you know what people did? All the other labels, all the people, all the other producers, all the other artists, they start making reunions about how do we kill these guys? Yeah, this is how it is. This is how people do. Oh, I lost your comment. This is how people do, People, when you win, instead of looking at your blueprint and saying to themselves, wow, these guys are great, it's great what they're doing, and going with you and say, hey, great stuff, let's exchange information and let's work together, because together we are stronger. What they will do is they will try to make you fall, so that, because you up there and they're angry. You're selling records, you're making money, you're doing a ton of shows, and a lot of people, instead of saying, wow, I'm inspired, they are like, who do you think you are? Who does he think he is? Yo. That's how we do. That's how our people are. We love to complain about other people, but that's what we do. The other people don't do this. I mean, jealousy exists everywhere, but you see what I mean? I think some African leaders have good intentions, and they try, but they didn't know or don't know how to play the game politics is a chess game. I have nothing to add. Corruption will never disappear. Corruption will never disappear, but when you don't let the people create a business just because you have the same business, that's just messed up. When you die, you won't take anything with you. Yeah. Oops. Whatever reason. I agree, and it comes back to what I was saying, power corrupts. It is not, listen, power is not made for everybody. Those who want to be like, oh, everybody, no. I disagree. I respect everybody's opinion, but from what I've seen, listen, I've seen some people in front of me telling me a bunch of things. Oh, I'll never do this, I'll never do that. Me, I will always love everybody. I want to work with this person, I want to work with that person, I want to and that's when they are not famous yet. They do one song, just one. And you tell them, hey, you remember this artist that you really wanted to work with? Hey, he wants to work with you, so I arranged a studio session. What you think? And the person is like, ew, me? No, I don't work with these people. I don't work with small artists. I've seen it from my own eye, with my own eyes. It's not like stories. I've seen people. Some people, they just need to start making 500 euros a week from shows and having 10 people saying, I love you. And all of a sudden they change because, power, fame, all these are hard drugs. They create something in you, they change you. If you have not been ready, if you don't have if you were not born educated, or if your parent didn't raise you with values, or if some people, they don't have parents, or some people they have shitty parents, who knows? But in the music business, I've seen what politics is. I've seen how people, for power, they are ready to do anything. I've seen singers ready to give their ass for, some place in the sun. I've seen producers they started with good intentions, and a year later, after two or three successes, now they tell you that, every girl that want to work with me, if I don't fuck her, I'm not even listening to the demo. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I say, I have to try the product. I've seen this. I've seen, listen, in 20 years in the music business, the things that I've seen disgusted me about the music business. What up, Musab Mohammed? Welcome to the Shada Gang. Welcome to the Shada Gang. A place where you won't be corrupt. It's things that I've seen myself with my own eyes. I've seen people tell you that you are amazing, and then 5 minutes later they are trying to destroy this amazement and join the other losers, because losers worry about winners more than they worry about working hard to win. And winners, they worry about winning, so they don't really realize that everybody around them are enemies. And listen, in this business, I realized that I'm a guy, I don't have problems with nobody. But like 10 years ago, I realized, even before, like soon as I had success and I was making things, and I was changing African music, I was changing Caribbean music, I was just doing my part in the universe. And I realized that so many people were against me. So many people had comments like, wow. And it makes you want to stop, because you realize that a lot of these people, they have greed, they have envy, they have jealousy, they feel it. They're like, yeah, why him? They're like, yeah, you're not even from the West Indies. Who do you think you are? And I'm just doing music. Do you think I'm just doing my thing? I'm not trying to. No, why are you changing our music? Oops, sorry. Then you go home. Yeah, why do you think you're from the West Indies? Why don't you say you're Congolese? Well, I've been saying it. I've been saying this in all the songs. What else you want me to do? No, you have to say it more. Oh, okay. You're not happy here, so let me go there. Yo, what if you? And yeah, listen. Like I said before, people talk about corruption a lot, but they haven't been confronted to corruption. You don't know what it is. You don't know your character until people start proposing you money, until women or men start proposing you themselves, when people are ready to do anything for you to do something. This is when you know if your parents raised you well or not, or if your ambition is higher than the respect you have for people. I was raised the values I was raised with, honor and respect are on the top of everything. And I cannot do things without honor. I cannot do things without respect. If to go up, I have to disrespect a friend or a partner, I will not do it. But then the same partner will not have any problem to fuck me to arrive where he wants to arrive. And then it will have good reasons. And this is something that made me completely question the business I was with. And I even left France to move to Portugal in part because of that. Because I was like, oh my God, like, who are all these people? Everybody is more interested in being famous than building something, leaving something on this earth that will be meaningful, building something for their kids, working for the culture, spreading the culture, pushing Afro-Caribbean culture to the masses, and doing something that will make your parents and your people proud. People are more interested in being famous than fucking. Yep. That's what I've seen with my eyes. And then, yeah, you start becoming, okay, a little more realist about, yeah, not everybody can be a leader. Not everybody can be, not everybody can be in those positions. There's a lot of people that you love that have talent. Trust me, they would be the worst leaders. They would be tyrants in the second they have power. I've seen them have a drop of power and they just change so quick. I've seen people that when they were ugly and they were not having no girls, they were the sweetest person in the world. Then they had a hit, and all of a sudden people are telling them that they're beautiful, and now they act like they're Brad Pitt. I've seen it with my eyes. I have to start watching that. Right now I'm watching The Mandalorian and I'm finishing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Then I will go back to start watching new stuff. But you know, I have some days, hey Lungelo, welcome. A lot of new subscribers these days. I'm watching a lot of YouTube, and after the lives I have to edit all the little parts of the live, so yeah, I didn't take the time to watch it, but I have it in my list. I'm gonna watch it. I like watching Nigerian movie. They have come a long way. Yeah, I do agree. But that's the amazing part. I would love for all the other countries to start, and they are starting to all growing their own economies of movies. And there are some movies like the other time I was watching a Nigerian movie, and the movie was like everything was full of mistakes, but the story was so amazing that I just stayed and I watched the whole movie. It was in 2 parts. I watched it for 3 hours, and it was like the whole thing was, yeah. The story was not. I don't know. It was great to watch. Oh, Yep. I had the same conversation a day ago with one of my folk back home, calling me to produce his song, and I asked him how much he's willing to put in, and he hang up. Yeah. People believe that because you're out there, you're rich and you're supposed to help it, and yeah, this is also part of the mentality. The propaganda has also affected the African mentality. We were fed misconstructed views of Europe. Exactly. I completely agree. Can we just drop hearts to Kay for all the hard work done, all his generosity, and all he's giving us? Let's do it. Shada again. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, girls. Hey, Therese, how are you? Hey, Nadia, thank you. Don't be jealous. You need auto tune? Yeah, go get it. Oh, thank you so much, Redine. Merci beaucoup. There is this phrase. There is a phrase that says, if you really want to know a person, give them money and power. Le milieu du showbiz est pervers de foulec, mais de ouf, c'est abusé. The voice of corruption, I'm drowning. What's wrong with the voice of corruption? Now I'm gonna ask a solution if somebody has. Listen, yeah. But that's what I believe. I believe that music is the only entity that travels without a passport. But then you have a lot of people that believe completely the opposite. And when you tell them, like, I remember when I was in the West Indies, and people were like, yeah, but you know, most of the people were telling me, hey, listen, we adopt you. Like, every country I've been, 99% of the people, they adopt me. But then there are always some losers who are gonna come, yeah, but why do you do Zouk if you are from Congo? Why don't you do Dombolo or whatever? And me, I'm like, well, guys, I was born in Kinshasa. At 6 months or 8 months, I was in China. Then I was back in Kinshasa. Then I was in the Sahara Desert. Then I was in Libya. Then I was in New York. I walked for the first time in Paris. Then I was in Ivory Coast. Then I was in Belgium. Then I was in Paris. Then I grew up in Paris from 7 till forever. And in the meantime, I traveled all around the world. At 15, I was in Los Angeles. My sisters speak fluently Japanese. I speak 7 languages, and I grew up listening to rap, R&B, Congolese music, Zouk, pop, Euro, house music, rock and roll, Def Leppard, Van Halen, etc., etc., Cuban music, rumba, Congolese rumba, balach, soukous, zouglou. And this is me, this is my culture. Why do you want to reduce me to Congo? even if I'm proud of who I am and where I am, all of us have different histories. And all of us, we are not the same Africans. All of us. I know some people, they are 100% white from their DNA, blood, from their, you can go 5, 7, 10 generation in the back, and it's only white people, full French or Belgium, and they speak Lingala much, much better than me. They are Congolese way more than me. They've been in Congo since they were born because their parents were there. They came at a point and they never left. And they are more Africans than me, because it's not a question of where you were born or who raised you. It's where your heart is. If in your heart you are 1,000% a Congolese person, you are. And if in your heart you are 5% of everything, this is you. This is not somebody who comes and tell you, yo, you have to. And then to those people, I would reply, okay, so if I cannot do Zouk, why do you do reggae then? Because you're not Jamaican, you're from Martinique. Oh, it's not the same thing as the island, son. No, I'm sorry. If you want to apply rules to me, you have to apply it to you as well. And then, of course, at that point, people are lost because they're not ready for my answers. It is how it is, you know. When you start caring more about money than your own life, listen, a lot of people, that's what they do. Thank you again, Redune. It's called globalization. Yeah. It's the fact that, listen, to go from, if I take a plane right now and I can be in New York in 7 hours. It means I can do a song now, go someone and go somewhere, work with somebody, and in Monday I'm back with a song that I work with somebody from somewhere else, and it's even worse. Look, listen, I don't even need to travel. Look at me, I'm here, I'm in Portugal, I'm talking to you guys, and Nadia is in South Africa, Redune is in Paris probably, Future somebody is in Paris, I know, CV Beats is in the US, and we are all around the world. And we cannot come here and say, oh, I'm this or I'm that, because this is not true. I know a bunch of people who are way more African than me. Why? Because I lived in France my whole life. That's it. I lived in France from 7 to 40. And then in Portugal, from 7 to 38, and in Portugal from 38 to 46. How am I going to be there thinking that and if people talk to me in Lingala, I understand everything, but I cannot talk because I spend my whole life talking French. It is what it is, you know? I think you use the voice of corruption in Deeper. Yep. I was here and I'm like, hey, girl, tell me if you like that way. Exactly. That's the one. Deeper, what a song. Has everyone seen the Blue Eyes, Brown Eyes experiment by Jane Elliott? I didn't, but I have to look for it. But guys, listen, I've been talking for 2 hours. I would love, we'll continue this conversation. You know, that's what I love about these conversations is that I come here thinking I'm going to talk about something and then I don't even know, did I talk about? Hey, I didn't even talk about what I wanted to talk about. My God. That's crazy. I think I'm going to keep it for the next episode, and I'm going to change the name of this episode to something else because, yeah, I'm going to spend another hour talking about that. So I'm going to keep the end of affection. Oh, damn. I just saw your comment. It was hidden. What do you mean low battery? One time I had a famous rapper ask me to have sex with him to be on Love and Hip Hop. They think I'm naive. Lol. They don't know. They don't know that you are the predator. Yeah, listen, if I have the whole if I start talking about this subject, I will lose another hour. So I'm gonna keep it for the next episode so I can play some music. Or yeah, it's better. And I'll talk about it after. Yeah, exactly. The conversation flows naturally. First time live streaming your videos. Hey, Machozi, nice. Welcome. I'm Angolan, but I was born in Congo and I see myself as a Congolese. Why? Because I have lived there more than I lived in my own country. So I don't blame you when you say you're more European than African. Exactly. You need an agenda for the show. Listen, that's the thing. I come, usually I say, okay, I'm going to talk about this, and then the chat just, yeah, we just go where we go. It is how it is. But everything you are talking about is so interesting and wise. I'll always end up learning new things for you. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening, Isasha. Ha. All right. I didn't know my voice had that power. So I would love, how am I going to call this episode now? Now I don't know. Find me a title for this episode, because I cannot call it the end of affection, because the end of affection was really something I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to keep it for the next Wednesday. So it's going to be episode 62. But yeah, you guys need to find me a title for this episode. What did we talk about? I don't know. I'll see. Can you make more videos about Congo, history, states, and all? Many of us don't know. We grew up learning the negativities. Indeed, that's a great idea. I'm gonna document myself because I like to. I know some things, but I don't know things. I don't know the things as some others would know. And usually to answer this question, what I would actually do that would be interesting would be just to call somebody who knows and let them teach us all. So I'll find somebody who really has this information and can teach us really the map. And at the same time, I'll learn myself stuff that I can then give to you. So I would like to have you listen to this amazing project. It's called African Girl, and it's a track, you know. When I'm going to play music, you guys have to find me a title for this episode. I'm going to see if you guys can find something. If you guys remember everything we talked about, maybe we could call it African leadership. I don't know, I'll see. Because we've been talking for 2 hours about so many things. It was super interesting. But let's talk about what you guys are finding in the title. Let's talk about this project. So it's Pache de Rima is one of the most famous artists of Guinea-Bissau, which is a country I have in my heart. My 2 kids are from 2 different Guinea-Bissau mothers. It's not on purpose. It's just the way it is my destiny, I guess. And I met him in Portugal for some time, and we always talked about. I actually met him at the mother of my son's uncle's house, and he told me, "Yeah, you guys should be doing something together." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And the years have passed, and we didn't do something. And then 3 years ago, when I was doing my album, African Prince, we just decided to do it. And we did this song called African Girl, where I think we speak English, we speak Criollo from Guinea, and we speak Lingala, and we speak one of the language of his tribe. And it's a great song, and I've been remixing all the songs from this album, and I want you to listen. I would love you to listen to the single that, of course, you can find. Let me not send you the Spotify. Wait. LNK. Wait, not K. Dot LNK dot 2 / African Girl. Is it the link? Let me see. It's the link. Perfect. So I'm gonna give you the link here. Kaysha Patch the Rima African Girl. Boom. So you can go follow this new project on Spotify, on Apple Music, etc. And let's go. So I think it's gonna take me a whole hour to listen to all these remixes, because we have 13 remixes. 13 remixes. But let's go. The first remix is African Girl Soul Remixes. Are the glasses on the pic the same you're wearing? Yes, they are. They are. Actually, just bought them. So his photo was taken in France, I guess. And my photo was taken in Bangkok. So that's when I just bought those glasses. But yeah. Nadia, you see everything. You could be a great KGB agent. So I'm going to start with the first version, which is African Girl. I hope nobody is tired, because we couldn't go far into the night with these remixes. Unless I only play a little bit of them each, maybe. The first remix is done by Lil Maro, and it's African Girl Soul Remix.
African girl, you really changed my life. You made me a better man too. my breath away. They can't replace you, girl, just imitation. But they won't fool the prince in me. Take me to the place where the lovers go. Take my breath away, girl, wanna go all around the continent, holding your hand, and maybe one day we could own some land. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go, girl.
Corpo em monumento de beleza, a boa amada minha atesa, a boa linda de natureza, com atitudes de princesa, boa maneira de realeza, amigo bom e rinca finca, a boa destiny, a boa everything, baby you want for me, a boa ecstasy, always my queen, a boa metade de mim. Ayo, oh, oh, ayo, you are my love.
Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go, girl, girl.
Baby, me fala ma, a swen com ela ma, bugnala, love dela.
Baby, na lingi yo, upon your real love.
Kesa cuidado me pô,
Keep me singing, oh.
cadenho, DJ, tira,
Bolingo,
nalinguinho, dela me tema na minha vida,
oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, oh, you rock my world. I can
Never let you go, girl. I'm gonna have to cut them just like this in the middle of them because there's 13 of them. So I have to play everything because before I fall asleep, I'm not gonna fall asleep. I don't sleep before 5. But yeah, you know. So that was and you can listen everything at à votre aise on Spotify. So this version was done by Lil Maro. It's a great version. It took that song to a soul vibe. Everybody kind of wait in a more Afro beats vibe, and Maro was the one who took it to a different side. So that was very interesting what it took. Mad love to all the African queens, starting with you, Julie, because that booty can only be African. Add this to my add this to the your story as always. Yeah, the bass line is great. Okay, the next remix is done by Ari Beats.
African girl, you really changed my life. You made me a better man and took my breath away. They can't replace you, girl, just imitation. But they won't fool the prince in me. Take me to the place where the lovers go. Take my breath away, girl, wanna go all around the continent, holding your hand, and maybe one day we could own some land.
Apoya madanya alteza, aboy linda di natureza. Com atitudes de princesa, boa maneira de realeza. Amigo boy, rinca, finca. Apoya destiny, apoya everything. Baby, you want for me, apoya ecstasy. Always my queen, apoya me turning to me. Eyo, oh, oh, eyo. You are my love.
I like that how this remix is like it's kind of slow the whole time, and then all of a sudden at the end it just start grooving. So this was a African Girl remix by Ari Beats. Is it a damn because you like it or because you angry that I just cut it like that? So that was African Girl, Ari Beats remix. Great remix. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, you know, it's a cool remix. So now we have African Girl, a remix by our one and only CV Beats from the Shada gang. Wait a minute. I know you guys are listening to the music, but you know, all these people are doing remixes. Hey, if you put some hearts or some fires or something while you're listening, it would be great to show them that, yeah, we love it. Yeah. Dope remix by CV Beats. It's really, yeah, it's really a great remix. I would just maybe would have put a little bit more energy in the kicks, in the dynamics of the mix. But other than that, it's a cool remix. Really nice. Everybody, send some fire in the comments for CV Beats. The next remix is by Makita.
African girl, you really changed my life. You made me a better man and took my breath away. They can't replace you, girl, just imitation. But they won't fool the prince in me. Take me to the place where lovers go. Take my breath away, girl, I wanna go. All around the continent, holding your hands, and maybe one day we could own some land. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go.
Corpo e monumento de beleza, a boa amada, minha alteza, a boa linda de natureza. Com atitudes de princesa, boa maneira de realeza, amigo boy, rinca, finca. A boa destiny, a boa everything. Baby, you want for me, a boa ecstasy. That's my queen, a boa metade de mim. Ayo, oh, oh, ayo, you are my love.
Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go.
Baby, me fala, ma, a swen com ela, ma. Prognala, love the love.
Baby, nalingi yo, abonya real love.
Kaysa cuidado, bro.
Kim missing bro.
Cadenho,
That was the remix from Makita, a great remix, great work, guys. I have to invite the Makita to come do a live with us, to have something alive in French to change a little bit. So yeah, that was the remix from Makita, a great remix as well. I really love that they took this vibe that has this reggaetonish feel, but at the same time, very, very African, very nice. The next remix, put some stars in the comments if you like. Leave me out of this conversation. This is DJ Ademar remix.
African girl, you really changed my life. You made me a better man and took my breath away. They can't replace you, girl, just imitation. But they won't fool the prince in me. Take me to the place where the lovers go. Take my breath away, girl, I wanna go. All around the continent, holding your hand, and maybe one day we could own some land. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go, girl.
Madre Alteza, a boy linda di natureza. Com atitudes de princesa, de maneira de realeza. Amigo boy, rinca, finca. A bonha destiny, a bonha everything. Baby, you want for me? A bonha ecstasy. Always my queen, a boy me study to me. Eyo, oh, oh, eyo. You are my love. African girl, rock my world. I can never let you go, girl. African girl, rock my world. I can never let you go, girl. Baby, follow my.
Yeah. This is a nice remix from DJ Ademar. And yeah. I love, I'm discovering a lot of the details here of how he really, like, put some breaks and some stuff. And I like how the sound is, like the kick is, and the way the kick really starts in the chorus. Like a very nice remix by DJ Ademar. Well done, brother. I've known DJ Ademar. His big brother used to hire me to perform in Porto back in 2006, 2005, and he was just starting to be a DJ. He was like, I don't know, 15, 16 back then. And it's great when you see somebody becoming. He's not a great producer now, and he has his own hits, and you should go follow him as well on. All these songs, I put the name of the producer as a featured, so you can go and click on their link. The next remix is done by MK Prod, again, another member of the Shada gang. So he's a disciple of the Candy Zook movement. So yeah, that's what he did. He did a good Candy Zook song.
African girl, you really changed my life. You made me a better man and took my breath away. They can't replace you, girl, just imitation. But they won't fool the prince in me. Take me to the place where the lovers go. Take my breath away, girl, I wanna go. All around the continent, holding your hand. Maybe one day we could own some land. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go, girl. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go.
Corpo e monumento de beleza, a boa amada minha alteza, a boa linda de natureza, com atitudes de princesa, boa maneira de realeza, amigo boy, rinca, finca, a boa destiny, a boa everything, baby you want for me, a boa ecstasy. Always my queen, a boy me study to me.
L-O-O-L. You are my world, oh African girl. Very nice remix from MK Prod. Sometimes I'm listening to his beats and feels like I did them. He has really learned and mastered my Candy Zook style, and he's adding his little touch. I like it. It's great. It's great. It's a great remix to give that kizomba feel and stuff. The next remix is called African Girl. This is the African Girl, you know. Yeah, I like the way it slowed down as well. This one is by our another Shada gang member called Paolo Pequeno. And you know, yeah, you know Paolo. You know Paolo.
African girl, you really changed my life. You made me a better man, took my breath away. They can't replace you, girl, just imitation. But they won't fool the prince in me. Take me to the place where the lovers go. Take my breath away, girl, I wanna go. All around the continent, holding your hand, and maybe one day we could own some land. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go, girl, girl.
Grupo e monumento de beleza, a boa amada, minha alteza, a boa linda de natureza. Com atitudes de princesa, boa maneira de realeza, amigo boy, vinca, vinca. A boa destiny, a boa everything. Baby, you are for me, a boa ecstasy. Always my queen, a boa metade de mim. Ayo, oh, oh, ayo, you are my love.
Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I can never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, you rock
Put some fires in the comments for Paolo Pequeno.
let you go.
Great remix. Yeah, it's interesting. It has a, you know, it's like it didn't go the route that everybody went, like completely Afrobeat. He went like Afro Bashman. He's from London, so it has a very London feel. So yeah, I like it. The next remix is by the one and only The Future Sound Beat. And yeah, it's African Girl, The Future Sound Remix. Great work, Future Sound. dope remix, Future Sound. That's a dope remix, and I like the fact that you went from drill with the drill bass lines and 808, and then all of a sudden went completely like zouk compa, and then back to the drill. So yeah, it was really a great remix and with some great ideas. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Congrats on and the mix is great as well. In terms of mixing, you like the bass is not taking all the space, and is leaving the rest of the elements live. The guitars, the saxophone that you use in the beginning, every element is in the right place. So great job. Next track is African Girl Ugo F remix. Another one of our guys from Shada again.
African girl, you really changed my life. You made me a better man, took my breath away. They can't replace you, girl, just imitation. But they won't fool the prince in me. Take me to the place where the lovers go. Take my breath away, girl, I wanna go. All around the continent, holding your hands, and maybe one day we could own something. African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl. African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl.
Corpo e monumento di bellezza, a boa amada minha alteza, a boa linda de natureza. Com atitudes de princesa, boa maneira de realeza, amigo boy rinca finca. A boa destiny, a boa everything, baby you work for me, a boa ecstasy, always my queen, a boa metade de mim. Ayo, oh, oh, ayo, you are my love.
African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl. African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl.
Baby, me fala ma, I swear com ela ma.
Yeah, that's a dope remix. Great work by Ugo F. Great job, Ugo F. Hope you come see this video soon. I'll send him the link. But yeah, that's a great remix, and it's not always easy to take the original a cappella and do completely different chords and take the remix somewhere else. And that's what I love about remixes. It's that it gives an opportunity to every beat maker to express something different from a song. So that's great. The next one is from the Kaysha. The Kaysha is somebody that I've been working with. What is this noise? Interesting. It's something that I've been working with. Oh, that's my phone doing this. Yeah, it's somebody I've been working with for a long time. Back in the days, his name was IS Beat, and now we actually found his new name together. Now he's the Kaysha. never let you go, girl, girl. Another great remix by the Kaysha. He's been making remix with me for probably 10 years now. If I look at all the remixes he did, I think we had a remix session in 2013, and we've been working together since back when we did the album of Vanda May, Shana, Sumya. So he's been working with me since the 2000s and 10s. So I'm thankful to have teams of beat makers that are evolving and evolving in their business and learning alongside me. It's a blessing for me. The next remix is from. Don't forget to leave some hearts in the chat if you liked this remix. The next remix is from Magic Pro, another great remix. Woo! Oh.
African girl, you really changed my life. You made me a better man and took my breath away. They can't replace you, girl, just imitation. But they won't fool the prince in me. Take me to the place where the lovers go. Take my breath away, girl, I wanna go. All around the continent, holding your hand. And maybe one day we could own some land. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl, girl.
Corpo e monumento di bellezza, a boia amada minha alteza, a boia linda de natureza. Com atitudes de princesa, com maneira de realeza, amigo boy vinca finca. A boia destiny, a boia everything. Baby you want for me, a boia ecstasy. Always my queen, a boia metade de mim. You are my love.
African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl, girl.
Very nice remix by Mr. Magic Pro. Another one. Magic Pro has been very consistent in the remix for the last year. It's been just like putting out remixes after remixes. Right now we are doing the remixes for Fake Friends, and he sent me 3 of them already. Like I think Lil Maro is about to send me his remix for Fake Friends, and I hope his future sound beat. I know CV Beats is still working on his future sound. I'm waiting. The guitar is so sexy as an instrument. I do agree. You have to listen to the guitars I put on one of my new songs, but I'm keeping this for the album. The next remix talking about him is another remix from Lil Maro. So the first remix you heard 11 remixes ago was from Lil Maro, and this one is the Trap Soul remix.
African girl, you really changed my life. You made me a better man and took my breath away. They can't replace you, girl, just imitation. But they won't fool the prince in me. Take me to the place where the lovers go. Take my breath away, girl, I wanna go. All around the continent, holding your hand, and maybe one day we could own some land. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl, girl.
Un monumento di bellezza, a poi amada mia altezza, a poi linda di natureza. Attitudes di princesa, una manera di realezza, amico boy rinca finca. A poi destiny, a poi everything, baby you want for me, a poi ecstasy, always my queen, a poi better than me. You are my love.
Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl, girl.
Mi fala ma, aswen ko ela ma, tugnala, love the line.
Baby, nalingi yo, upon your real love.
Esa cuidado di po,
Keep me singing, boo.
cadeiro, pindi gel, pire,
Bolingo,
nalingi yo, tele motema na ngai kokosa.
oh, African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, oh, you rock my world. I could never let you go, girl, girl. Oh, African girl, you rock my world. I could never let you go,
Woo! Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a crazy remix from Lil Maro. He took the song somewhere else. And I love the chords, the atmosphere. Just exactly what you're saying, yeah. The atmosphere where he took the song is really different. Yeah. He really did a great job. Took it like whew. And the last one is by the one and only Vax Beat from Switzerland, who did us a beautiful remix. Yeah, some J and some Missy vibes.
African girl, you really changed my life. You made me a better man and took my breath away. They can't replace you, girl, just imitation. But they won't fool the prince in me. Take me to the
Another great remix from Vax Beats. I love having him doing remixes for me. And yeah, those were the 13 remixes for African Girl, Kaysha, and Patch de Rima. Please support it. If you can, buy it on iTunes. If you can, stream it on the platforms. And if you're not paying for any platforms, you can go on my YouTube channel, watch all of them, and let the advertisement play before you listen to the music, so you can support the live if you don't support it already from your super chats or your donations, or by buying a t-shirt by Shada. Why did the music go up all of a sudden? What? Oh, I didn't know I could do it from the van. Oh, okay. Well, listen, guys, it was really a pleasure for me to have you here and to spend another great episode of the Club Shada. I love it when I come with my idea of how the whole session is gonna be, and it end up being completely different, and we end up completely enjoying ourselves, having a great conversation about leadership, about all these things. So it's great. It's a great to have you. It's great to have this conversation. I hope it brings you something, and I hope for those of you who are quarantined and who are far from. Thank you so much, Therese. Those of you who are quarantined and stuck at home are from these conversations that we are having together. I hope it brings you a little bit of escape from the craziness of this world. It gives me this to be there and to be able to have a conversation. It feels like I'm on the phone with my friends, and I will hopefully. I have some nice ideas. I have some very nice ideas of things that I can do for the future, in terms of games to play together. I was seeing my wife play a game all the time, and I was like, that would be a great game to do a whole like a thing like. It's like how was this? I think the name of the game is Club Ludo or something. Ludo Club. I forgot the name, but I think that would be a great game to play together. So I'm gonna download it, and we can play like live. That would be fun, and I put my screen there and we see what happens. And it's a game I never played, so that could be cool. But yeah, that was an idea I was having when I was watching her play. So I'm gonna download this game and first learn to play it, and then invite you guys to play with me. And maybe I can put the faces of everybody here while we're playing, and then I put the game in the middle, and we all here playing. That could be fun. But yeah, we'll make it happen. So thanks a lot for your support, Nadia. Laptop has been running old Club Shada episodes. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for your support. I look forward to your weekly streams. Thank you so much, Therese. Next one is Wednesday, same hour. And yeah, every Sunday, every Wednesday, doing those live streams gave me a great sense of a purpose of, I like to really be freestyle and to do things when I want. And that's how I was doing the Club Shada. And now I the fact that I know that I have to do my live on the Wednesdays and on the Sundays, I can structure my week around that. And that's great, because after that I also have to, tomorrow morning when I wake up, I have to then cut all the little episodes and put the best parts of each episode on the YouTube channel. And it would mean a lot to me if you go to my YouTube channel now after this live and you check out the episodes the small episode, the small little snippets of Club Shada, and you leave a comment. Even this episode, if you can, once the live is over, if you're still there, please make sure you leave a comment and say that you had fun, you had a great conversation, etc., etc. That would be great, huh? Okay, so let's do this. I will learn with you guys Wednesday or next Sunday. But I'll download it. We'll download it together, and then we'll do the rest. And then I'll invite some people and we play all together. That would be cool. Love you too, Julie. Going to bed? Maybe. Yeah. Then I can take my daughter to school and then go back to bed. Yeah, Gillis. So as always, this show is brought to you by shadaware.com, where you can buy some great t-shirts and other type of gears or face masks and stuff, all designed by me. You can also, if you want to support this show, you can buy yourself something and wear it, and then send me photos so that we can display it here. I should do a whole special people wearing Shadaware stuff. I'll do that. That's a good idea. I'm gonna leave you with a great track produced by Lil Maro that has been out for a week now and has been doing a great success. It's a track that you heard already, and it's a track that, like I told you, he sent me the song in one afternoon, and I just was like, yo, I love this beat, and I recorded it like straight the same afternoon, and then mixed, and then it was released like a week later or 2 weeks later. So that's the best way to do music. You just listen to the beat, get inspired, record, release. It's a song called Pool Party by Kaysha and Lil Maro. Enjoy. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks to everybody. Thanks for DJ Gelas, Nadia, Julie, Therese, CV Beats, The Future Sound, Emmanuel, Reduné. Who else? Lily was there. Bruno was there. Heather, CV Beats, Joel, and many, many, many more. Isasha, and everybody that came here, plus the 400 people who were there but did not participate in the chat. Next time, don't be so shy. Don't be so shy. Make sure you don't just peep here without saying nothing. Come and say hi. We don't bite, So good night, good morning to everyone. Have a blessed day and a week. Take care. You said it all. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and I will see you Wednesday at the Club Shada, episode 62. And if you have an idea for the title of this episode before I decide myself, you have now exactly 3 minutes to put your idea in the comments, and I'll see what I use. Bless.
Came into my pool party, bikinis and cute homies. You came alone, I'm so happy that you didn't bring nobody. Came into my pool party, wait until I tell the homies. You are my someone, you are my somebody. Look out for the one, somebody like me. I'll give you the one, like nobody, baby. Look out for the one, somebody like me. I'll give you the one, like nobody, baby. She came into my pool party. Shit, I gotta tell the homies. got a whole amount of pretty girls that feel me, that send me naked pics all the time and they try to see me. I got many DMs today on Snapchat, Insta, on Face, on Twitter, but only you can turn me on. So don't stop, don't stop, yeah, don't stop, pretty mommy, don't stop, hey, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. I got it going on in a lot of cities, country, but there's only one sexy mommy. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, pretty mommy, don't stop, hey, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, pretty mommy, don't stop, hey, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, pretty mommy, don't stop, hey, don't stop, don't stop. Don't stop, pretty mommy, don't stop, hey, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, pretty mommy, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, pretty mommy, don't stop, hey, don't stop, don't stop, don't you stop, don't stop, hey, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, pretty mommy, don't stop, hey. Baby, want me love a friend. I'm such a fiend for your loving. I've never seen somebody move the way you do when you do your thing on a day for my knees. Don't stop, girl. Yeah. Don't stop, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Don't stop, girl. Don't stop, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Don't stop, girl. Sushi roll. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yeah.